Welcome, everyone, to the College Football Playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Chris, I love this call here by the offensive coordinator. Big playoff game. You take a shot downfield. Now, they didn't hit it, but I love the aggressive approach here early by this OC.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to pass. It's Hart. Fires it to the wideout. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Third down after that running play. And they pick up the first on the ground. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
Looking to scramble. Trying to create here on the move. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Oh, it's a reverse. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
There are so many play callers that get into the red zone, and they get worried about the negative aspects of a certain play call. But not this guy. I love that you're willing to take advantage of your playmakers. Do whatever it takes to gain yards.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Handoff to the single back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Mustangs come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. That's reeled in. It's Baker. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Will he score here? Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On the run, he'll let it go. He makes the grab. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44. 1st down and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Fires it to the wideout. He's got his man wide open. Touchdown, Ponies. This quarterback on fire today.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? As the first down still on the move. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense grabs the football.
not being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. First down and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Sticking with the running game. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon A-Chain and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
Breaking free at the 35. Finally goes out of bounds, but a big play by this offense on the final play of the first quarter.
Texas A&M 14, SMU 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. To the offense, clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. And the Mustangs looking to run some tempo here. And at first down, they go right back to him. Breaking free at midfield. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41. The Mustangs have first and 10 here.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on. Incompletion sets up a second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And now the handoff. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Inside the 25. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs. He just breaks away and takes it to the house from distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next level speed.
Now they line up to kick the extra point.
Is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. Comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Dropping back. It's Hart. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. That's exactly what they did right here.
The second down pass, complete to the wideout.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to make a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. We'll try the ground game here with the running back. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Lets it go quickly. The ball is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
Ball handed off. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And now the running back's got it again. They've got him down out near the 40.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They'll try to run for the first down. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. 4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. He'll hand it off. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And the Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Throws it to the right. And he pulls in the catch. He's tackled inside the 35. Picks up a first down. The Mustangs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
First down for the offense.
He'll hand it off. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, SMU. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Point after, up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Now he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Caught near the sticks. It's Baker. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Catch made down inside the 20. Touchdown, A&M. Just ran away from the defense.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Just time enough for one more play in the half. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick this away to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. And the Mustangs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Play action fake. Looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ponies.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Back to throw. It's Hart. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Catch made across the middle by the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. On the run here, taking a deep shot. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Boy, a huge play here for Texas A&M. A nice throw, but even a better catch by this wide receiver. Man, they've had some great ones over the years at College Station. Guys like Mike Evans and Anais Smith most recently. Going back to Christian Kirk. Guys with some size and speed.
Caught behind the line. It's Baker. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Was completed via the screen. Gain of 11. First down for the offense.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking to throw it again. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Caught for the completion. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. Trying for a fourth down completion. He's moving out of the pocket. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see. The quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball is right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on fourth down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense.
Sacked, dropped at the 3.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
And he's going to finally head out of bounds. But you talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. Aggies offense back on the field. The last possession, they passed on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on fourth down. Let's see how they play this one. Tackle made after the completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
You don't want to waste this good field position, but it's third down and long. Dropping back, it's Hart. Looking for the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? Across midfield. The 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Mustangs. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Gets into space at the 50. It's a huge gain. The stop is finally made at the 41-yard line.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Brought down at the 31-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, SMU 35, Texas A&M 28.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Ball handed off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They'll run it here. Running through the tackle. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. To the air. It's Hart. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's swarmed by the defense.
Gain of 2. It's now 2nd and goal.
Second and goal for the offense. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. But let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Here comes the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter.
That ties the game at 35 all.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Again, makes it second and medium. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Creative running there. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
At the 41. Second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. And he will be stuffed for no gain. That's the 2-minute warning as the clock stops to give both coaches a chance to strategize here before the time runs out. Need to pick up something here on 3rd down. A field goal try here would be from 58. Can he make it to the marker? Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Just not a lot of room there on the RPO on 3rd down for the offense. Give the defense a lot of credit. They sat back initially, and then they overcommitted to stop that running game, and it worked out.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run it here. He's brought down out at the 46.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Brings up second down.
Time ticking away. Can the offense win it in regulation? Dropping back. It's hard. And here comes a deep shot. It's caught down the right side for a huge gain. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Baker. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
And a timeout taken by the defense. 18 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, SMU.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Keeping it on the ground here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure.
Can he reach the end zone? The defense stops it short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it.